Hey guys, day two. I told you guys I would be doing something every day for this month, and I'm gonna stick to that. Even though I gotta do some homework soon. I'm gonna make this video quick. I'm gonna get out your way, and I'm gonna make sure I do my best to make you motivated, smile, whatever the case may be. Whatever this video will do for you, I hope to make a positive impact in your life with this video. Let's get started. Let's get rolling. Okay, cool. All right. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you're watching this video. It is currently Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. Right now, it is about to be basically 7 p.m. 2020. 7 p.m. right now. I got home not too long ago, but had to settle down. I got a little bit of a headache and I got to study and everything. So I'm going to get this video out the way, kind of give you some, whatever I can, do my best to make this a positive video. You feel me? Yeah. Word of the day. Today's word of the day. Not word of the day. Wait. Second off, why am I'm going at like a million miles a second. Let me slow down a little bit. Second off, if your days are starting, I hope you have a great day. If you're in the middle of your day, I hope you're having a great day. And if you are coming towards the end of your day and it has not been so great, if you had a rough day, a long day, whatever the case may be, a not great day, do something to make it great because you still got time. You can still make a change, and make sure just to make yourself smile, make yourself happy. Whatever you do that you know will make you happy or make you at least feel a little bit relieved or less stressed, whatever the case may be, do that because you deserve that. Everyone's gonna have long days. Everyone's gonna have trying days. I was going as far as to say bad, but let's not think negative. But everyone's gonna have some rough times with their days. And the best you can do is just try to make yourself recover from it. Make sure that bad majority isn't the bad entirety. Yeah. Anyways, today's word of the day. Today's word of the day is brought to you actually by a conversation I just had today with one of my closer friends, and a saying that my father has said consistently, still tells me. And I don't know how I'm going to title this video, but I'm going to give you the full word of the day. And today's word of the day is the best lessons are bought lessons, or the best lessons are bought ones. Now, in life, or in general, just living, whatever the case whatever you want to call it, we learn and we develop and we grow, whether that is through people telling us things, through being taught directly, or just having to experience them, or whatever the case may be. We are constantly learning every day. Even if you don't think you're learning something that's so grand or specific, even just experiencing a new experience that day, you've learned something. You've learned how to experience a certain cycle, or experience a certain way of living, or experience some form of life. You've experienced something and you are learning as you learn, as you grow. You know what I mean? As you grow, but as you move on through the days. And what that saying of the best lessons are bought ones basically means is the ones that are going to stick with you the most, the ones that you're going to learn from the most, are the ones you have to that are bought, that cost something. Bought isn't always going to mean physical, like money, or like fiscal. It's not always going to be just $1. You're not going to pay for everything with money. However, bought lessons as in ones that cost something, ones that are going to give you, that require some form of sacrifice, ones that are earned. And what I want you to most take away from this video is to use that mindset, or to use that saying, whether as a response to an adversity or a time where you had to really go through something to learn something, or for those times when you have to for those times you have to go through something to learn something, or for future reference to understand and accept certain situations with a little bit less negativity, with a little bit less looking down upon those hard moments, or those adversities, or those times where you had to kind of fail or be mistaken, because that is where most of this kind of comes from. Yeah. Moving forward. The best lessons are bought ones. The best lessons are bought ones essentially means that you must give up something to gain something. That if you want to learn something, and if you wish to grow from somewhere or develop the most, they most likely come from those times where you sacrifice a lot, where you lose a lot, where you feel like you must put your pride to the side, whether that is making a mistake, or whether it is learning from something where you've got something wrong and you forever is going to stick with you to not get that thing wrong again. Whatever the case may be, you had to buy it. You had to give something up. A lot of the times it's pride, and that's, when you learn from mistakes. That's kind of a similar saying of you learn from your mistakes. When you make mistakes and when you're trying to do something, you are giving up something. You are giving up something you value, which, as I said, pride as an example, in exchange for knowledge. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. There's nothing wrong from growing. There's nothing wrong with being mistaken. That is how life is. You are going to learn from life no matter what. Life is going to throw things at you. Life is going to present you adversities. Life is going to make you feel like you don't know anything. And that is when you most learn, because you have something that you are giving up. You are giving up something. If everything was given to you, if a lesson that you could easily check, or if something was easily at your disposal where you can learn about it without having to go through anything, you're less inclined to do something. You're less inclined to act off it. However, if it is something that you value, if it is about a subject that you value, if it is about something that is worth actually attaining, it's definitely going to need some more sacrifice. It's definitely going to need some more work. You know what I mean? And I can tell you from my firsthand experience, best lessons are bought lessons. I know that definitely when I was, I used to sell shoes. I had this same exact example. I heard the saying of, or like I heard the understanding of, oh, don't trust everything you see. There are scammers out there. I heard it, and I heard this this lesson that was free to me. However, I didn't understand it. I didn't accept that lesson until it was bought, until I got scammed. You know what I'm saying? I can wholeheartedly say I'm going to put my pride to the side. I got scammed, and that lesson stuck with me. That taught me something. At the end of the day, while it does suck that I lost that amount of money, it is good that I learned it now rather than when it could have been much worse, where it could have been a much higher amount of money and I didn't learn that lesson sooner. However, it was a lesson that was bought. It was a lesson that costed something. It was a lesson that costed something that was valuable to me. I can give another example where it's not monetary. I had moments where I was learning stuff through golf, and I would read these books and I would learn all these things, or just read all these little tidbits and notes or whatever on Google or whatever the case may be. However, it didn't really come to me. Those concepts didn't really develop within me until I had to spend time, until I had to use something that was valuable to me to get to that point. Until I had to actually go and practice and use those movements or whatever the case may be. The best lessons are the ones that are bought. The best lessons are the ones that you have to take the time and effort to learn. The lessons that you are given almost freely to an extent, or even unprovoked or unsolicited, very rarely will stay. And I'm not saying you shouldn't try to learn everything you can, because if you can learn something without having to pay for it that much, then obviously that's great. But in most cases, be accepting to those situations that you are learning from. Be accepting of making mistakes. Be accepting of learning and understanding that you're going to be mistaken sometimes. You're going to be wrong sometimes. You're going to have to learn through going through a hardship. You're going to have to learn through giving up something. So while the adversity may feel draining, may feel pointless, may feel like a waste of time, whatever the case may be, every lesson worth having is going to be bought, is going to need some sacrificing. Anything worth having is going to need sacrificing. And that is where that whole concept of the best lessons are bought lessons come from. It is what comes out of those situations, what comes out of adversities, what comes out of, whatever the case may be. It takes some spending time, spending money, spending energy. It takes some spending. Not everything that is worth having is going to be easy. Nothing worth having is going to be easy to get. And I made that another word of the day video a minute ago, like a few months ago. And that is what I want you to most take away from this video. Nothing worth having is going to be easy. So take that adversity, take that hardship, take that moment that you are going through, that whatever the case may be, the trials or tribulations, and understand that something valuable will come from it. A lesson is to come out of that situation. And the only way you can really take that lesson or learn that lesson is by evaluating the situation. Not everything's going to easily come to you like that. It's going to need some work. You're going to have to take the time to reflect off and understand that those hardships have some purpose, but you have to find that purpose. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically it. The best lessons are bought lessons. The lessons that are most learned or most developed from are the lessons that you have to lose something for, something that you have to go through something to attain. And that is the biggest thing I can tell you guys. That is the best thing I can tell you guys about the best lesson is the bought lesson. However you interpret it, please let me know how you interpret it. If I haven't faulted, if you have some other interpretation, if you have any questions, please let me know. I greatly appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and God bless you guys. That is basically everything about this video. That's all I really got. Yeah, if you watch all the way through, God bless you. I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. And I have so much love for you and appreciation for you for supporting me, supporting yourself, whatever the case may be. There's some form of support out there just from watching this video, and I greatly appreciate it. Just watching the video, liking the video, commenting, sharing with anyone you feel like really would take something from this video. I appreciate all of it. I thank you guys, and I love you guys, and I will always give you guys my gratitude for giving me a purpose. And that is all I truly have. Take care of yourself, love yourself, be yourself, as well as Understand that word of the day. Understand that, accept that, and live by that. That is all I have. Take care of yourself. AD is out.